Hello there, my name is Carlo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in this video, very important stuff, guys and girls. In this video I really want to take a look at some basic stuff as well as some complex metrics, analyze some data, and which is going to help us to come to a conclusion whether it is possible for us currently, with all that we are seeing, whether it's possible for us to actually see another leg down in Bitcoin to potentially 20K or so. And there is going to be a lot of important information in this video. So guys and girls, make sure to stick around from the beginning and until the end. It's going to be some complex information, but I'm going to try to derive it in a very, user-friendly way and explain it in simple layman terms, because I know that some of the stuff can be super complicated. So I'm going to try to talk as slowly as possible and in as comprehensive of a way as possible. And of course, as usual, if you are brand new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you're always notified when the market is on the move and when the new video is up, so that you never miss a single upload. And also down in the description of this video, there is a link to my free Telegram channel, which you can join for free and enjoy the benefits of a great trading community and great trading tips, etc. So, and yeah, as always, without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. Yes, guys and girls, before we begin, please hit that like button. I always appreciate it. And at the end of the video, if you want to dislike it, but I would appreciate some support. But again, if you don't want to like it, that's fine, but it would be a nice sign of your appreciation. Thank you very much. And by the way, guys and girls, my Instagram has been finally restored, so you can participate for a chance to win a seat at Carlo Trading Show Season 2. All the links are or in the description or in the pinned comment as well. So I'm back on Instagram finally. Now, let's start talking about this important stuff right here. So quickly, let's just go over all the stuff that everybody is always waiting from me, and that's just some brief technical analysis. And there is some interesting stuff that I'm seeing, and you've seen these levels already before, just basic TA. We had this wedge right here, broke out, came down, retested, then tried to push higher, and a lot of people were hoping for this upward momentum, but we were rejected from this level right here, went down, and now we're just consolidating and not doing very much. So in this instance, what can we see? And we can always, imagine different stuff, etc. But in this instance, if I would be looking at this case, I would find two interesting correlations, and that is a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern, which I'm going to show you just shortly, and I'm going to also show you why does it correlate with some on-chain data, so to speak. Well, it's not really on-chain, but it's volume profile. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. So if we're going to just briefly mark the wedge in a like this real quick, just we can always do them more precisely, but this is just a quick way to do it. So basically we are seeing a wedge like this right now. So it's basically going down, and potentially this could be an interesting break above right here that we could potentially see, and it correlates very well with the volume profile. Let me just put it on right here. So we'll see that the current support correlates with the main volume profile. So the biggest volume is standing right in the middle. So this, from the perspective of key market levels, which you can, by the way, learn all of this at thomascarlo.com, my 5 months long certified and accredited trading learning programs, a great place to learn everything from active trading to long-term investing and how to combine both strategies and how not to be in the 95% of people who lose money trading. So, and here you will see a very good correlation. So we're currently being supported by the majority of the volume right here. So in this instance, let's turn off the volume profile, and we're gonna move to the juicy stuff of this video shortly. Just wanted to cover some basic TA, since this is very important for the channel as well. We're going to see either a very nice breakout with some volume support here. Well, and again, you've seen that we have a lot of volume supporting us in this instance right at this level right here. And if that's going to be the case, then but the problem with this trade would be that our target could be somewhere like a technical target, could be somewhere even in the vicinity of $32,000. However, remember, if you're going to take this trade, and if there's going to be some nice volume confirmation in either an hourly chart or 4-hour chart, then you have have to pay attention to the $30,000 level, which again has always been very important. And the next one, which is even technically from the perspective of technical analysis is even stronger, is going to be 30,600. So it could be your first take profit zone, small one just to have a break-even trade. Then the next one is 30,600, and after the next one after that, your final third take profit could be at around $32,000. And of course, we always entertain both possibilities. So if it's not going to work out, then and we're going to see a break below, now this is going to be an amazing shorting opportunity as well. But just be careful with any of the shorts before you watch this video until the end, because there's a lot of information that I want to mention. So let's move on to bigger stuff. Let's go to the weekly chart. Let's turn on the most favorite indicator of everyone, and that is going to be the RSI. And this, as I said, this video is going to be very important because a lot of people, are looking at RSI in the weekly chart and they're screaming that the bottom is in, and etc., etc. So the reason why they are doing it is that when they go back in time into the previous bear market, we've seen this was the bottom of the market pretty much right here in this instance in 2018, when the RSI came to this level right here, when another bottom, the COVID crash, also the same level of RSI that we're seeing currently, actually, and that's where we are right now. And a lot of people are attributing a lot of value to this currently. So that looks much better. So a lot of people are attributing a lot of value to this current situation. They're saying that for this reason we can safely say that we are at the bottom. But then we can also go into the past right here in 2015. We also came to the bottom right here, supposedly, just like we saw in this area right here. But as we moved off, we made another retest of this level here, which actually sent the price much lower. So that's something you also have to pay attention to. But a lot of people are going to come actually argue and say that we have stronger fundamentals, more hodlers, more stability in the market, which is actually true. But we're going to talk about this in detail in just a second. So the reason why I'm talking about this is whether this kind of analysis is enough for us to actually say that we are currently close to the bottom. It really all depends on how you want to define it. If you want to define the certain area being a potential bottom, then we can certainly assume that certainly this is a good indication. But if you want to be a bit more precise, then this is very, very arbitrary in my opinion. So for that reason, let's move on to these charts right here and let's talk about these important things. And it's going to be very eye-opening for you guys and girls, because there is a lot of information here, but I really want to cover the most important stuff and talk about it in simple layman terms. And by the way, if you want to support the channel and you want to be trading actively yourself, longing or shorting Bitcoin, then use my exclusive link down in the description or in the pinned comment to sign up with Bybit. It's a great platform. And when you sign up with Bybit, I will get a commission, and you will also get up to $4,100 in free bonuses on top of your initial deposit, which is great. So it's a win-win, and it's a great opportunity for you to support this channel and support us as a community here, and will help me put out more videos out there for you guys and girls. And also you will get a 0% maker fees for 30 days. So again, a win-win scenario, and you all know that I'm using Bybit for my active trades and for my spot trading as well. I do trust them, and they were voted as the most transparent crypto exchange back in 2021. So it's a great place to trade. Now, let's talk about this. A lot of people are also saying, in conjunction with what they're seeing in the weekly RSI and all these indicators, they're also saying that Bitcoin, the total supply held by long-term holders, so the hodlers, is basically at the all-time high, and it's been at the all-time high for quite some time. And is that a good sign? And certainly the answer is yes. So the more people we have who are hodling it and are not ready to sell it at a loss, it's actually a very good thing, because at some point in the price we're gonna see that barrier at which, for example, it can be here or here, that the price is just not gonna go lower. It's just, it will not have enough power. There is gonna be not enough of supply at certain price level to cover the demand. Just the simple market physics. So this is certainly a very good indication that the price will at a certain point will have found that level beyond which it's just not going to go. Now, but what's more important is potentially this Bitcoin long-term holder SOPR, which is basically, it's very, these technical terms, The long-term SOPR metric can be viewed as the average profit multiple realized by long-term holder cohort each day, and it rarely trades below 1. So basically, it's more about long-term holder realizing losses of a certain percentage of their losses. And here in this chart goes from all the way from 2013. So we'll see that oftentimes, and the Bitcoin bulls will always tell you, look, we're currently in this area. This whole has always been the vicinity of the bottom, etc. When we go below the reading of 1. So when the long-term hodlers are starting to actually spend their tokens, meaning that they remove them, they sell them, and they just realize their loss. So they just basically close their trades, so to speak, with a loss. And oftentimes, of course, this is a very good indication that we are potentially very close to the bottom. However, this is, again, not enough for us to make any kind of precise conclusion. So for that, let's move a little bit lower, and here we're gonna have this very important text, and the last part of it is most important. So watch this video till the end. A lot more stuff coming, so stick around. I know it's a Saturday, but still stay strong. We're almost finished. So with the concept of LTH SOPR as a realized profit multiple, we can thus derive the average price from the long-term hodlers' spent coins, where they're coming from, and termed the spent price. The long-term hodler spent price rarely trades above the market price, but however is currently trading at $32.8 thousand. We're gonna get to this in just a second and what it means on a 7-day moving average basis. The last time long-term hodlers locked in losses like this briefly following the March 2020 sell-off, and most importantly, in the case of 2019 bear market, this preceded many months of long-term hodler losses and culminated an additional 50% price decline. So this, when you read this, then, this chart becomes not as appealing, because a lot of Bitcoin bulls are always saying that, oh, well, this is the vicinity of the bottom. Well, in 2018, an additional 50% price decline followed from the same kind of a situation. So this is what we were seeing. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is what we were seeing in this area right here. This last sell-off that we've seen. So yeah, guys and girls, this is telling us that potentially, historically, more pain could be around the corner, despite all the number of long-term hodlers and the fundamentals that we're having. But again, this is just statistical. So in this instance, this is a very interesting chart. It just shows us the pink line is the average spent price. So average entry price of people, like for example, my current average entry price in Bitcoin is a little over $30,000. So that means I'm currently in a loss, by the way, on my Bitcoin holding, or my Bitcoin Bitcoin portfolio. So, and this is what it shows right here. So we'll see that, for example, in the bear market of 2018, we've seen a, for a long time, Bitcoin was trading, the black line is the Bitcoin price, was trading below the average spent price of long-term hodlers. Then we finally moved above it in 2020, but even then so basically it was very close here and it was flipping back and forth. And then finally, we actually moved up to big profit zones, so to speak. And currently we are again crossing over. So the majority is actually in a loss, and the average spend price currently is $32.8 thousand. Well, we all know that Bitcoin is currently trading around $30,000. So this is very interesting. And this is, when we are looking more in detail, it shows us that statistically we could actually see more pain. But certainly, if you're going to be asking my opinion, I'm going to still hold on to my thought and my understanding of the market, that current fundamentals are much stronger. 401k with Fidelity, even though a lot of people can say it's already priced in, okay. Then the spot ETF that is coming with the floodgates of huge smart money capital is going to flow into crypto space. So we have so many things going for it, and so many institutional investors already, and MicroStrategy and big names and billionaires, etc., getting into it, and it just increases the amount of hodlers, basically, who are just price insensitive, those who are not ready to sell at a loss. And this is what we are seeing right here. And if we're gonna go up, there's gonna be a lot more stuff to mention, but yeah, I just wanted to cover most important stuff here, guys and girls. So leave me a like right now. Now, and here also Bitcoin accumulation trend score. This is also very interesting, created by Glassnode. So here we'll see these areas marked in green. These have been previous instances of 0.9 or more of this kind of accumulation trend score, which signalizes, huge accumulation from both small fishes as well as whales, and it usually was the vicinity of the bottom. The same thing was right here in 2020. Then we've seen some kind of accumulation, interesting accumulation in this area as well, by the way. And then we're starting to see this kind of accumulation here as well right now. So this could actually tell us that we could again be in the vicinity of the bottom. And this is Bitcoin supply held by entities with less than 100 Bitcoin. We'll see that this is just skyrocketing, especially after the Terra Luna sell-off. So it just is, when we saw that dip below $30,000, it just only incentivized holders to actually accumulate more. The same thing goes for the whales that are holding more than 10,000 Bitcoin. It's going upward as well, and it has accelerated after the Luna sell-off. So better prices, more accumulation from the big entities. So, and also this is the Bitcoin accumulation trend score by wallet cohort. So basically, we're saying in this area, basically this is the small fish, so-called small fish, less than 1 Bitcoin, accumulating like crazy right now, right? So this is like mass adoption, basically, you could say, by the masses, by the small fish, by retail investors. And then we'll see that smaller whales are pretty much neutral, while the huge whales, which hold more than 10,000 Bitcoin, are actually accumulating as well. So they're not really distributing, because at the market tops, we're usually seeing small fish accumulate and the smart money, the big boys, distribute. So sell the coins to the idiots. So, but when we are seeing both accumulate, this is a very good indication. So let me know, guys and girls, what you're thinking. Remember about the trade setups that I've mentioned to you, very interesting ones that could play out. But again, in the current market situation, with everything that we've mentioned, remember that the most important stuff is going to be the CPI report on inflation, which I told you in the previous video, which is going to be very important. And then our most favorite inflation report, which is going to be on the 30th of June, which is actually could be potentially the next catalyst event for bigger price moves. But still, we can still take a few trades here and there. All right, peace and love, Tom's Crollo. Make some noise on the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.